founder claims, this right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum.
Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight, your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe.
The green ray, a beacon of hope and renewal, is said to radiate deep healing and profound harmony. It's a cosmic current of balance flowing directly from the universe, designed to touch and transform you. Think of it as a universal embrace, offering solace and strength. Many believe it gently opens your heart, creating space for compassion and understanding.
The cosmic founders' promise to us was made with the Emerald Covenant, that all souls in the fallen universe would eventually be found and return back to their original home. This was the original divine plan of spiritual ascension. The evolutionary journey through the astrological ages and timelines would facilitate our way back home, to remember our divine purpose and be reunited with God. I'll go ahead and read the Emerald Covenant to you guys as well. And crystallization. The discernment and thoroughness with which the green ray operates, produced in the mind of man an act of final understanding and revaluation of the truth. This is the ray of concentration, as a manifestation of the undisturbed, sustained attention which is attained by consecration. In the green flame, we recognize the seat of the physical healing and perfection. Raphael supports all people on the divine path. He will help you bring healing, health, and wealth. If you just ask for him to help, he will help you develop intuition, improve your vision, and he will bestow upon you divine energy of self-healing. Surround yourself with the green light of the fifth ray and pray for whatever is necessary. For activations and blockages in this energy center. It can manifest and look like being a caregiver or putting others before ourselves. And this is when we're going to the extreme of constantly putting others before us. We're neglecting our well-being.
Master Hilarion. He works on the green ray, the emerald ray of truth and science and healing. And he anchors in the message of that when we heal ourselves, when we bring about our authentic self and cut cords or release ourselves from bondage, we can then step into who we're really meant to be.
Lord Ganesha is the Hindu god of new beginnings, wisdom, and the remover of obstacles. He is the son of Shiva and the goddess Parvati.
For a reason. And it's a very potent stone, that's for sure. Good old moldavite. And here's a piece of moldavite right here for you guys to check out. Of moldavite. Welcome in, Sandy. Green ray, one love. And then here I have this ring, this Russian diopside with paradox.
Tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, live.
Live this Tuesday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Grand Rising with ChristoLight. Grand Rising indeed. And I am live. For those of you that are not sure if this is live or if this is a replay, I am definitely live currently for this brand new episode of Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I want to thank you guys all for the support, the love, the comments that you guys have been putting into the comment section of these videos and these wonderful live podcasts and streams. I see your guys' comments, or at least most of them, and it really means a lot to see your guys' expressions and the impact and the connections that are being made through these different sacred spaces that I hold. So with that, today on this episode, we are going to be diving in and continuing our series about the different divine rays of light. And where we left off was the fifth ray, the green ray of light. And that was on Thursday. So before we dive into the sixth ray of light, which is going to be our divine ray of light for today, let's go ahead and begin our self-scan, self-check-in. So as usual, get yourself ready, get yourself relaxed. You can sit or lay down, or if you're in motion or you're standing, that is okay too. We're just going to bring focus to our breathing, and we're going to focus on the mind, the emotions, and the body. So go ahead and take 44 seconds, get yourself comfortable, and to get ready to surrender and go into a meditative state. All right. Self-scan, self-check-in. Boom, boom, boom. We have the root chakra, the big old octave, the root chakra. We're going to go ahead and begin. You can just begin with focusing on your breath, breathing all the way through the body after you breathe in through the nose. And then exhaling out of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth. Continuing to focus on the breath. As we will begin to observe the mind. As we breathe, we begin to observe the mind. And in our mind, are we currently dealing with negative thought forms that are continuing to pattern in the background? Are we dealing with mental attachments, past mind, concerned, worried, in fear for the future? If so, may we allow ourselves to observe, not attach, and continue to use the breath to alleviate and bring clarity to the mind. Breathing and letting go and clearing in the mind, so we can feel lighter, more clear, and more positive in our mental vibration. Continuing with the breath, dropping into our feeling of our emotional body. As we observe the emotional body, we observe and sense Are we feeling stagnant, dense, or blocked in certain areas? Are we feeling a lot of pain, a lot of wounding? And lastly, are we feeling codependent with our emotional state? Are we feeling controlling with our emotional state? Are we also in fight or flight and unregulated with our emotions? Are there negative energies that are being stored? Anger, frustration, resentment? If so, may we breathe into any of these aspects to dissolve and let them go. Now we go ahead and bring our focus with our breath to the physical body, where we begin to observe the physical body, beginning to breathe into any of our physical ailments, breathing into our cellular system, our bloodstream, bones, muscles, ligaments, tissues, all receiving the breath of life, releasing tension, inflammation, and dis-ease of toxins as we breathe. My body is realigning. My body is self-healing, and I support this truth. Ashe. And with your breath, you may now navigate, open your eyes, and get ready to learn about the sixth ray, the ruby ray of light. Coming up next month, drum medicine 2-day retreat in the state forest of Lake Hope, Ohio. Check it out.
Why do so many seekers say their lives changed after one weekend in nature? Could a drum beat really open your heart? Come find out at Soul Family Rising. On September 13th and 14th, journey with us to Lake Hope in the heart of Zaleski State Forest, Ohio, for a 2-night elemental drum medicine retreat like no other. Surrounded by ancient trees and fresh air, you'll step into a true soul family, where connection, healing, and laughter are all part of the rhythm. Our flow shops are led by an incredible team. Christina Cheyenne of Sacred Vibrations, Victoria Ann Ilg, Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness, and Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light. They'll guide you in elemental practices that bring balance and clarity, tapping into earth, water, fire, air, and spirit. Plus, don't miss our special guest, Chuck Wilson of Walkin' Drums, a master shamanic drum maker whose drum flow shop is truly unforgettable. Whether you're new to drumming or a seasoned spirit traveler, you'll feel the power of rhythm to awaken and heal. All meals, blessed with love and gratitude by Grandmother Katie Singing Eagle, are included, with vegetarian options so everyone feels nourished. Bring your kids, your parents, your friends. This retreat is truly family-friendly, with ages 8 and under free, 9 to 16 just $20, and adults only $55 for the whole weekend. Camping, meals, flow shops, all covered. Just bring yourself, an open heart, and a sense of wonder. Space is limited, so register now by scanning the QR code or visiting the link on our flyer. Questions? Text Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580. This September, let's rise together. Your soul family is waiting.
All right. So, if you guys have questions about signing up for the retreat coming up next month, the Drum Medicine Soul Family Rising Retreat, just reach out if you have questions, or you can just visit li.sten.to/Sacred Light Retreats, or you can go to the site that's in the ticker, Sacred Light 33, and you can reach my retreat signups through there as well. Alrighty. Let's get going. The Ruby Ray, the sixth ray of light, the Ruby Ray capstone. So, recent expansions in the triad of the 22D, 23, and 24D source fields completed during the Sagittarius solar cycle in January of 23. They revealed the Godhead founder capstone, or threefold founder flame, of the parallel universal twin matrix as the 22D ruby flame, the 23D sapphire flame, and 24D emerald flame, since we have been given access into the founder capstone. There has been a flurry of activity with multiple interdimensional grid working teams, weaving these threefold founder frequencies into the planetary Albion light body and the Cathar body control system in the Rasha dark matter ringtone layers located underground. The Orifum and Sirius B Maharahi were holding the 23D sapphire body template of the Emerald Order's Cosmic Mother to triple Sophanic daughter architecture reclamation, which are finally coming to fruition, with events transpiring throughout the globe now. The Cosmic Father's Ruby Ray. It is important to note that the Cosmic Father's Ruby Ray and the organic consciousness of this powerful ray is a living solar being made available through its embodied constant as a cosmic sun. And this living being has not been accessible in our universal time matrix since the Luciferian rebellion. During the Dark Age, humanity was existing without his fatherly presence or his solar rishi constant for the Ruby Ray transmissions, which is an incredibly powerful solar frequency level, step down from the God worlds. The Ruby Ray commands absolute authority through its astronomic spiritual power, commanding the Cosmic Father's natural laws in the core manifestation blueprint of creation, as set forth in the Cosmic Sovereign Law of One. The Universal Christ Ruby Ray solar system. Through spiritual initiations anointed in the Universal Diamond, Sun Christ Ruby Ray, Cosmic Father chooses those who are to be the rainbow bearers of his cosmic sun consciousness rays, embodied within the Golden Christ, in which to serve his divine will through the reclamation of the Christo's mission. Each is chosen to help carry out the divine plan assigned to them, in which to restore the cosmic order under the Holy Father's direction, that the solar system is currently being initiated into a universal Christ Ruby Ray solar system at the beginning of the new astrological age. Many awakened individuals are being restored back into the universal Christ, Golden Christ template, as the first waves appear to have direct affirmation with the Mahi Grail lineages involved in the previous hidden histories of Christo's Holocaust during the NAA invasion. The tragedies befallen the original Celtic Druid, Essence Cathari, Hebrew Melchizedek tribes that perished while protecting the planetary Templar were genetically cloned into false identities for use in carrying out mass satanic rituals to open planetary portal systems for the negative agenda invasion, and thus become trapped in the lower dimensions of matter. These beloveds were not forgotten, and Cosmic Father is finally coming to retrieve them and set them free to return to their spiritual home. The Ruby Ray Notice and Solar Rishi Constant. During Aries solar alchemy, the Solar Rishi constant of the Ruby Ray Notice is returning to the capstone notice of our universal time matrix by answering the clarion call of the Ancient of Ancients. The Cosmic Father, Ruby Sun, the constant of the Ruby Sun refers to the constant solar light and sound fields that are assigned to the Solar Rishi, that embody as the cosmic suns transmitting as rays through the capstone notice in the universal Diamond Sun Tree of Life or Kathara grid. Thus, Cosmic Father has announced his plan to restore cosmic order through twin Emerald Templar Rushi and Ruby Templar Rushi pillars that have begun delivering the eternal water seeds of fatherly ruby crystal waters for building the Ruby Templar Grail Castle for protecting the Golden Christ template as the rehabilitated Kathara grid for the purpose of seeding the planetary solar Christ. The Ruby Ray recoding sequences the one-dimensional sphere. Through current planetary activations of solar synthesis, specific organic processes that were supposed to happen in the one-dimensional layers during birth in order to activate our transduction sequence or Diamond Sun blueprint of the eternal Golden Christ Tree of Life are being corrected through the Ruby Ray. Thus, as the planetary body undergoes changes in the subatomic to atomic layers of the one-dimensional instruction sets, those on the ascension path are going through eternal water seed activations, which are generating layers of water plasma that transfigure internal body parts. These are solar symbiosis activations that rearrange the physical atomic body with the creation of new embodied organic crystal waters, such as hydrolysis and hydroplasmic substances that form living water atomic matter arranged in the organic base of the 144 living elements. During this magnum opus cycle, 2025, the Cosmic Father brings forth the eternal water seed for the Ruby living waters from the Aquarian water bearer constellation, generating crystal river streams of the Ruby Nile realms for the Ruby Templar Grail castles, for spiritually initiating the Golden Christ Templar, and as the incoming protection of the Universal Christ lineages through Holy Father's Ruby Ray by setting the foundation of the Rosetta Stone with his Cosmic Father Ruby Order God language of Musica Universalitas. Holy Father's energetic signature of Ruby living waters is encrypting the one-dimensional sphere. He is reclaiming the solar masculine, electrical Christ 12 by 12 pattern for the triple solar rod system, for the atomic 5-pointed masculine star template emerging for the authentic Ruby Order, Universal Christ bloodlines, the return of the authentic Ruby Order into our realm will collapse the clone warfare of AI Red Wave, chronic imposters who have made counterfeit holograms of Father's Ruby Sun and God given title in order to trick humanity with false alien gods or false prophets that are serving the negative agenda, invader, antichrist agendas. Whew, what a way to kick off. Boy, I feel that heat. So that is ascensionglossary.com, and that's where you can read that, and it is referenced in the description. So we're going to continue, because I am on a strict hour today. I'm doing a home retreat for somebody, which is pretty cool. This is my first home retreat that I'll be hosting, doing some workshops, making meals, and helping them one-on-one. So that is the Ascension Glossary. And now we're going to go over to sunnyray.org. The Ruby Ray. So the Ruby Ray is a ray of love, devoted service, spiritual healing, and idealism. It's a ray of determination, abstraction, and inspiration, directed toward the casual areas of the human being. In the core of this flame, we find equity, disposition towards spirituality, ability to experience inner light, capacity of recognizing good. The basic attribute of the sixth golden ruby ray is the quality of peace, attained as a consequence of understanding and accepting the truth, and only after the previous total consecration and dedication. The ruby ray invocation is performed on Friday, when this ray exhibits its stronger outpouring, impressing with the intensity of its golden ruby flame. The archangel of this ray, Archangel Uriel, the angel of divine service, is the most prominent representative of the ruby flame from the kingdom of Elohim. This ray is represented by Elohim Tranquitius. The color of his flame is ruby. He is an angel of divine service and is the greatest of all guardians. He is the leader of all angels of protection, therefore also known as our guardian angel. He spreads everywhere the quality of peace and the sense of brotherhood and sisterhood. When you seek for inner peace and calm, call up Archangel Uriel, ask him to spread above your head his wings of protection. All right, so that's the ruby ray, the ruby flame of light. If you guys have any comments, questions, feel free to drop them, whether you're live or in the replay. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving. Before we go into our guides, archangels, and ascended masters for this ray of light, we're actually going to touch a little bit on the root chakra. So the ruby ray, which is correlated with red, is also going to be directly connected to our root chakra health as well. So here's a little bit about the root chakra and what it is and how it connects to this ruby ray of light. So the root chakra at the base of our spine is our foundation center. So it's our stability, it's our groundedness, it's our connection to the abundance of earth and the resources of this human physical life as well. Along with that, it is also where we are either in fight or flight, or we are grounded and stable. It's where we have tranquility and inner peace, and it's where we're able to feel more relaxed. We have a regulated nervous system, and we feel like we are present and we are exactly where we need to be. No matter if there's chaos, change, confusion, we still feel a connection that we are grounded and we are exactly where we need to be, and that we are present and we are going to move through our experience. That's a healthy root chakra. So it vibrates at 396 hertz. You can use that frequency anytime to readjust to root chakra. The color is red. It stores anger, resentment, fear, and pain whenever we hold on to those energies. And then it connects us to the abundance, career, and finances of the earth. A little bit about overactivations and blockages. When we're overactive in this red center, we could be lethargic or abrasive. We could be edgy or a lack of patience. We can be on overdrive and be a workaholic. Next is you can be easily defensive due to being ungrounded and blocked. We could become scattered and emotionally unstable. Past pains in our life can overtake the present. Money and career issues, disassociated from our human life, and have a wild nervous system. The reason why I can become disassociated is because we are then untethered and energetically ungrounded to the magnetic field of the earth. Foods you can use: beets, potatoes, carrots, onion, garlic, beans and nut butters, ashwagandha, cloves, paprika, and rosemary. These are all good for the root chakra, or the ruby ray of light. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the guides, some of the masters, archangels that carry this ruby light and help us with our conscious journey. So let's go ahead and begin with Archangel Uriel, since we read just a tad bit about this archangel. And this one is a little bit lengthier video, so enjoy, relax, and have fun learning about the archangel of the ruby flame.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to LifeShare University of Healing Archangel Series. Today we are going to talk about Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel holds the ruby red color or ray of light. His focus is spiritual devotion through selfless service to others, and he helps out with the root chakra, which is the element of earth, and is expressed as grounding, stability, and reliability. The ruby ray is the sixth ray of spiritual light and the first ray of the visible rainbow spectrum. It influences the root chakra on the physical level, again on the third dimension. It aids in the transmuting or transforming ray of the solar plexus chakra on the fourth dimension. The ruby ray is perceived as deep red, moving through to deep purple with flecks of gold, just like the best quality fine ruby crystals. Uriel's name means fire of God or light of God, one of the most powerful archangels. Uriel is the angel of the presence and is able to reflect the unimaginable light that is God. He is associated with electricity, lightning, thunder, and sudden action, and is often depicted holding a scroll, which contains information on your life path, or he carries a staff. Now, if you remember, if you look at my angel art readings, my free weekly readings, you'll see that there's a scroll in one of them. And actually, I think there's a couple of them. And this symbolizes Uriel. The light of God, transmitted by Uriel, gives us illumination. This illumination is vital for those who feel they have lost their way. So the ruby ray should be used whenever we feel lost, abandoned, fearful, forsaken, rejected, suicidal, or dissipated. His physical associations, or parts of the body, are the genitals and reproductive organs. He regulates adrenaline release into the bloodstream, the blood circulation, muscles, feet, legs, knees, and hips. He detoxifies the body by removing inertia. He's very warming, and he increases physical energy and stops debilitation. He strengthens the ability to listen to the wisdom of the body. Do not use this ruby red for red angry conditions, such as high blood pressure, swelling, inflammation, agitation, hyperactivity, fever, or ulcers. Okay, his emotional and mental associations. He activates, vitalizes, signifies, and arouses lust, desire, and amour, which is love. He releases energy blocks that are deep within the system. He brings action, life force, courage, stamina, and endurance. He gives a new boost to processes that have been sluggish or stagnant. He helps with survival issues and reduces the need for the, I guess, the human condition, you want to say, and he restores the will to live. He's dynamic and he removes fears and he releases self-obsessive behavioral patterns. His spiritual associations are that he teaches mastery of the material world, helps human beings connect with divine order to bring harmony and world peace. He brings spirituality into our everyday lives. So when you're feeling that you need some a courage, or you need endurance or energy, or you have some blocks that may need to be released, call on Archangel Uriel. He will be there to take you to where you need to be in life. Listen to your body too. It just hit me. Make sure you listen to the wisdom of the body. Okay, Uriel is saying that he wants you to pay attention and become aware of what's going on in your body, because these bodily signs are trying to tell you something. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome, amazing, and blessed day. Namaste. Have an awesome, amazing, and blessed day. Namaste.
So that's Archangel Uriel. That is with a U, not Ariel, but Uriel. Really good for grounding, root chakra, balancing energies to the earth. Helps with your physical health when it comes to your blood, your bones, things of that nature. One of the most beautiful, beautiful guides of this ruby ray that we can connect with, Archangel Uriel. So we're going to continue forward, because as we remember, we close out at 10 at the latest today. So now we're set for us. And we're going to continue on and to our
Isis, the divine sorceress of ancient Egypt, beckons us from the sands of time. She is a goddess of immense power and profound magic, revered as the epitome of feminine strength and unwavering devotion. In the tapestry of Egyptian mythology, Isis stands as a beacon of resilience, her story interwoven with themes of love, loss, and the ultimate triumph of life over death. Isis's magic is not the explosive, fiery kind. It is the subtle magic of healing, of protection, of unwavering love. She is a goddess who understands the cycles of nature and the interconnectedness of all things. Her magic is about transformation, about finding light in the darkness, about the enduring power of love. Isis's influence extends far beyond the realm of myth. Her worship spread throughout the ancient world, leaving an indelible mark on various cultures and spiritual traditions. Even today, her name resonates with a powerful energy, drawing seekers and devotees to her timeless wisdom. Those who feel called to Isis often describe it as a magnetic pull, a sense of recognition, as if an ancient part of themselves is awakening. Could it be that Isis is calling you? The goddess communicates in subtle ways. Have you been experiencing vivid dreams filled with ancient Egyptian imagery? Perhaps you keep encountering the image of an Ankh, Isis's symbol of eternal life, in unexpected places. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to defy logic, are another way that Isis might be trying to get your attention.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm sure some of us know about the good old Mother Isis energy. And when you think of this ruby ray of mercy and giving ourselves abundance and trust in the earth and trust into our human life, that motherly trusting energy is that Isis energy. Feeling so secure, feeling so abundant, feeling like you can go through your experiences in life and have a stable foundation beneath you to be able to go through your shadows, to go through your alchemy without being judged, without being controlled, and be given the soft wisdom, be given the insight, the reflection when it comes time to be able to deep dive into our consciousness further. So we will continue into our last guide of the Ruby Ray. And this is one of the female or the wonderful goddess ascended masters of
Lady Master Nada is part of a special grouping of ascended masters called Chohans, which is a Sanskrit term meaning Lord. Lady Master Nada is assigned to Ray 6, the Ray of Peace, Ministration, and Service. It is said that in one of her incarnations she worked in the healing arts, and in another as a lawyer in Atlantis, where she championed the cause of divine justice.
Ascended Master Lady Nada. I'm not even sure why, but she just makes me smile so big. So I'm going to put up on here, I'm going to read a little bit more about Lady Nada for us. If I can, excuse me. If I can, there we go. So Ascended Master Lady Nada. She is a Kohan of the Sixth Ray. She is a feminine being of great light and love who once served in the temples of Atlantis. She made her ascension about 2,700 years ago. In her first incarnation, Nada was a lawyer and found that her soul path was to stand up for justice and defend the rule of law. She has a particular passion for being a champion for the cause of divine justice for the downtrodden and oppressed. She serves on the Karmic Board, which is a group of ascended masters and angelic spiritual beings who offer judgment, adjudication, karma, and mercy to every soul. The Master Lady Nada's fondness for law and justice makes her ideally suited for this role. Beautiful. Beautiful and beautiful. So with that being said, let's talk about a couple of crystals. So when it comes to crystals, we have, well, I mean, this is a pretty obvious one with the ruby flame, but the first crystal we have is ruby. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up on the screen with you guys so you guys can see for yourself and read the healing properties of these crystals. So ruby So ruby is believed to promote healing for the blood circulation, detoxing the body, providing emotional and spiritual protection. So it helps with blood flow, cardiovascular health, fatigue, low energy levels, detoxification. The gemstone is believed to help detoxify the body, eliminates toxins, promotes a healthier system overall. It's good for fevers and infections, helps fight disease, helps with protection and courage. So it helps with giving you a sense of safety, and also whenever you're traveling or you're in the presence of negativity. It enhances love and compassion, as it does help with the heart chakra as well. And it also helps with positive mindsets, grounding and stabilizing your energy so you can be more authentic and alleviate anxiety and fear. That is ruby. You can get like ruby fascia too, which is like a combination of a green stone with ruby. And that brings the ruby energy with the soothing of the fuchsia, which is forgiveness, compassion, and self-acceptance. So then you add those together and combine them, and actually have a little piece right here with copper. This is ruby fascia. It's a really nice one. So next stone we have is carnelian. Carnelian is a pretty popular one as well. Definitely works with that red energy. It can help with physical, emotional, and spiritual balance. Helps with chakra balancing. Helps with feng shui and spiritual work. Is good for courage, motivation, emotional balance. Helps with the root and the sacral. It also helps with vitality, creativity, and emotional stability. Next one we have is garnet. Garnet is good for physical vitality, helps with the energy levels, physical health, balances the emotions, and alleviates feelings of sadness and anxiety, helps with mental focus and clarity, aids in decision making, helps with spiritual growth and self-awareness, and it helps you connect with your higher self. And then it helps with love and strengthening relationships and emotional connections. That is garnet. And then one more I'd like to share is red jasper. Red jasper is known for endurance, grounding, and protection. It can help in circulatory system, the blood and liver. It helps with energy boosting, and it can absorb negative energy and protect against electromagnetic pollution. Then lastly, it is good for strength and stability. So those are a few of the crystals of the ruby ray of light that you can connect with in your everyday life. So with that, let's go ahead and bring it to a wrap up. I'll go ahead and guide us through a really simple closeout. And I'll play a little bit more of the root chakra bowl for us as well. All right. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. You can sit, lay down. Relax that body. Have your back straight if you're sitting. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, your fingers, and your toes. Just remember to breathe consciously and deeply through the body. And as you breathe, I want you to visualize the breath going in and through your throat and all the way down to your root chakra, grounding and anchoring into this ruby ray of light. Just continue to focus on anchoring and grounding into your ruby root chakra. We're calling in Lady Nada, Archangel Uriel, Isis, the Great Mother. Please cleanse and purify our ruby center, our ruby ray of lights of our being. We are surrendering the stored emotions, the held on to energies, dysregulating. We're focusing our breath in the ruby ray. Give us mercy and clearing as we continue to let go. Breathing and releasing out of the root chakra any pain, suffering, stories, attachments, resentment that we are holding on to. I am releasing and letting go. I am free. I am sovereign. I do not have to carry these energies. I am grateful for the lessons. Now I release and let go with the breath in the ruby ray of light. Archangel Uriel with his giant wings scoops and throws back to the ethers these stored energies and returns to source with their ruby ray of light. Isis and Lady Nada activate, rebalance our field. Unishi Miana Tukupa, Mayana Tuki, Mia Sukupiana, Mia Shukopate, Mia Supiana. Taking a moment medicine, our presence. May we allow it to ground us, to anchor us, to stabilize our being, our mind, body, emotions. Feeling the love and the gratitude, the abundance flowing through our being. As it is now time to continue on with our day, with this reset, this sacred space. We give gratitude for it today. I give gratitude for all of you, and thank you for joining me for the sixth ray of Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, for the seventh ray, the violet ray. I'll see you guys then. Wholeness and balanced love.
2023. Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the ChristoLight within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. Enjoy this content. If you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus ChristoLight, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe.